This video is here to give you a detailed tutorial on how to navigate Tevera. If you're looking for just a pretty basic overview and just want to know what each button means, feel free to check out our video that is titled Tevera Registration and Orientation. Okay, before we jump in, I also want to preface by saying that I am using this from an alumni account as I graduated a few months ago. So if you see the word alumni anywhere on my screen, know that the process is still the same, but yours might look different and should say either MACLP on ground or Site Connect. Okay, so let's jump in. The two main features that Tevera is used for is to A, connect you to your site, and B, connect you to your classes at Pepperdine. So we're going to start by going over the Pepperdine class side. That can all be navigated through the assignments panel, which from your home screen is going to be on the bottom left. I'm going to go ahead and click complete assignments and make sure I'm clicked on the assignments section. Now there's a couple little drop downs here. By clicking on this first one, you'll be able to see your active classes, or you can click show all. Right now, I'm going to click show all just because I don't have any current active classes. But all your active classes will show up under current, and everything you've been in before will show up under previous. Don't fret if your screen looks different because Tevera does change throughout our time in the program. So this is something that is not, this first little BBS licensure paperwork section is not something that's relevant to current students. So I'm going to go ahead and select my previous practicum class just so you can see what it looks like on here. Now you'll have the name of the assignment here, what the task type is. If it means form, that means it's something you're going to fill out directly from Tevera. You might see upload for things like case presentations. This is where you'll need to upload a file directly from your computer. The due dates are listed. You have your status, pretty self-explanatory, not started, completed. There will also be some that say waiting on, that'll be red, and there will also be a name under this waiting on section so you know who the task is waiting on. And sometimes you may see a purple one that says waiting on you, letting you know that you need to complete an extra step before the assignment can be officially approved. So in order to access an assignment, all you need to do is click the little plus button. We're going to go into the start of term practicum check-in as an example. You'll be able to go ahead and click open or start if you have not opened the assignment yet. And you'll notice here that mine is locked because I have submitted this and it has been approved by my professor. But all of these little fields that have little locks to them here would not be locked when you fill out the assignment and would allow you to type in the appropriate information. So after you do all of those things, answer all the questions, at the bottom, it's missing here since I did submit it, but you'll see a nice big submit button, and you can go ahead and click that whenever you're ready. So that's exactly how you fill out a form, and after you fill out the form, it will either change directly to completed, or if it requires a professor approval or a signature, it will change to waiting on and let you know who it's waiting on. Now, sometimes in practicum classes, you may need to upload a document to Tevera. Maybe this is your timesheet, maybe this is your supervision agreement or something else. To do that, you're going to want to go to the other documents section, which can be found directly to the right of assignments in the same tab. And we have another video that goes into detail on how exactly to do this and how to fill it out. But just to give you the basic overview, you will just click the plus button, click upload a document, drag and drop your file or browse, and then follow the related instructions. Okay, now we're going to go back to the home screen and talk a little bit about using Tevera to connect to your site. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you haven't yet connected to a site is going to the My Site Placements button down here on the bottom right. We do have another video that goes into extensive detail on how to actually do this, so I will not be going through every step here. You'll notice here mine says Alumni and Alumni Site 1, but yours instead will say Site Connect, and you'll have just Site 1 here. So the process is the same. This is where you will go to actually select your site, click Start, and then some different things will pop up, basically prompting you to upload a screenshot of your approval to work at the site and also screenshots of your communication with your CTC approving your placement. So check out our other video for some more details on that. The next most important thing that you will need when it comes to connecting with your site is the timesheets button. So that's also accessed from your home screen on the top right by clicking Enter Time. Now here I have been working at my practicum site for a long time, so I have a lot of hours accrued. I'm just pulling this up to kind of show you what the timesheet looks like and how over time, Tevera does show how your hours accrue in so many different categories here on the right-hand side. And we do, again, have another video walking you through what each of these categories mean, how to log your hours, and all of those good things. So no need to stress. But here's where you basically will find that nice summary for you. And now going back to the home screen, I want to walk you through the side panel here, which you can access by finding the little arrow in the top right, the widget sidebar, and clicking it. The first thing I want to show you is the reports section again, which is the little thing that looks like a graph here. When you click on that, a whole list of reports will show up with a bunch of different numbers, and next to the numbers is a name showing you what they are for. For example, in this program, you are most likely going to use the 502, the multi-week hours progress, just to kind of summarize the hours you've gained throughout the practicum term for your professor. You will also use the 508 BBS MFT weekly hours summary. When you graduate, you may use the PCC one as well, depending on, your path. But all of these things are pretty confusing sometimes, but we do have videos again to walk you through all of them. And to help, there is a little label next to each number, so you do not need to memorize the numbers. If you are tasked to complete a report, for instance, your weekly logs, the assignment should also tell you which number report to run. For instance, 508 is always the weekly hours summary. Next, there's this other thing that looks like a little bar graph that is student track progress. So I am going to go ahead and click on that. Actually, I'm going to click on the bottom one because that one's mine. And then you want to make sure that you are in the appropriate track. So as you can see here, an error is coming up for me because I'm in the evening program track, which I didn't go to the evening program. I was in the day program. So that's why nothing's showing up. So instead, I'll just click on the daytime timesheet, and now I can see my progress towards my graduation requirements. If I want to see how I'm doing in terms of my licensure requirements overall, I can click this postgraduate track. You can see that a lot more things turn red, but this is a great way to kind of get a visual representation of where you are at in your journey. There is also this little thing that kind of looks like a map pin icon that has your placement information. So if you pull that up, this should have your information there, and you'll have your name, it'll show you your site, and it'll also have your supervisors listed along with their contact information and a button to directly send them a message through Tevera. So you can also contact your supervisors through here. I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your CTC team.